Hey there friends, what up? So, in case you didn't know this, I teach live stream Poi lessons over on a platform called Crowdcast, and I'm in the middle of teaching a beginner unit right now. So, I thought that I would go ahead and share with you one of the lessons that we have gone through in the course of this class. This lesson is on driving styles and timing and direction, and I'm hoping that you find something in there that appeals to you. Drex here from DrexFactor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, I'm also sharing with you another resource that I make available out there for people wanting to spin poi. Before I show it to you though, I want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecha, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Juggling Calling, Pyroterror Light Toys, Spinballs, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Pekha Pekkonen. Thank you so very much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. Cool, so a little bit of background to start us off here. About a year and a half ago, I started teaching live stream lessons on Crowdcast as a way to test out some material that I was working on for teaching beginners how to spin poi, and specifically poi dance. I have just started up a new 6-week unit where I am teaching those very things, and I want to give you all a taste of what exactly it's like taking these classes from me. So I went ahead and edited together an excerpt of our first class talking about driving styles and timing and direction to share with all of you. If you'd like to check out the full course online, you can do that over at crowdcast.io/DrexFactorPoi. But for right now, check out the lesson. I hope you like it. We're going to start off in wall playing here, and I'm going to introduce you to something called a driving style. A driving style is defined by how much energy we put into the poi as our hand is moving around. So, the most basic kind of driving style there is what we would call an extension. That is, as your hand is working its way around clockwise in wall plane, you can get the poi to spin in one giant circle with it. Your poi becomes an extension of your arm as you're doing this here, hence extension. So let's try playing around with some different driving styles then. Rather than doing the extension and making sure that the poi has enough energy to go over our hand as our hand is going over our head, we can instead do a pendulum. Let's say have our hand and our poi swing together as one big unit going back and forth across our body like so. And with that in mind, now we can also play around with the idea of taking it over top. So it's almost like you're dabbing with a paintbrush on either side of your body. So now let's put those two pieces together, shall we? We got the piece where it's, it'll be the other way around because I'm mirroring you. You swing from your right shoulder to your left shoulder, and then you take it up and over, back over to your right. So you'll note our hand is still doing this big circle going around clockwise, but our aim now is to make sure that we get the poi poking straight out to the side on either end, but it does not go over our hand. Cool. So we now know two driving styles. We know how to do extensions, and we know how to do pendulums. I want you to practice going back and forth between them. Try doing 1, 2, 3 extensions and 1, 2, 3 pendulums. 1, 2, 3 extensions and 1, 2, 3 pendulums. See how much energy you have to put into the poi in order to perform the extension and how much energy you have to take away in order to do the pendulum. Go ahead and put down the poi for a second. We're going to give the poi a little bit of a rest, and we're going to talk about the 4 timing and direction modes. So timing and direction just refers to how we think about 2 objects moving around a third object in space, how they can move in directions related to each other, and how they can move phased related to each other. There are only 2 directions. It's either both of those objects are going around the same direction, or they're going around in opposite directions. Technically speaking, there's an infinite number of phasings, but we really only use 2, together time and split time. So our 4 timing and direction modes are as follows. We can do together same. We also have together opposites, where we spread our arms out, draw them up, cross them, and then bring them back together down at the bottom here. But the real thing that we want to do here in wheel plane is this: split time, same direction. This is going to feel a lot like you're doing the crawl stroke. As far as I'm concerned, what each arm is doing here is like I'm waving it from top to bottom and back again. This is really the pattern that I'm doing with my hands. I just happen to be turning my upper body back and forth as I'm doing that in order to turn that into circles. And our final timing and direction mode takes us back to wall plane, and that is going to involve taking our hands apart on our center line and bringing them together to the side. They come apart on our center line and come back together to the side. The mnemonic device that I've seen for this is to snap your fingers when one hand is top and one hand is bottom, clap them together to the side. Snap your fingers apart, clap them to the side. Snap top and bottom, clap them to the side, snap top and bottom, clap them to the side. And it may not be clear from seeing this on video, but once again, this is one of those places where this is the actual arm motion that I'm doing here. If I don't move my upper body around, I'm just swiping my hands past each other. When I do move my upper body, though, turns them into circles. Notice that every time I bring my hands to the side, one of my shoulders is pointing towards the camera. Hey, do you remember that exercise that we did earlier, getting down all of our driving styles? Hey, what if we do all that with all these different timing and direction modes? What about that? So let's say, for the sake of argument, that we wanted to have our poi go around in pendulums. And together, same clockwise. Again, we want to do 3 reps. 3, 2, 1, and then 3 extensions. 3, 2, 1. All right, and then we got to do the entire thing with together opposite. So we do these pendulums, and then we do our extensions. And then, of course, we have the fun job of doing all of this swimming here in wheel plane. I do my pendulums, which means that I want to. Here's going to be the trick: is that you're going to be you're going to be swimming very, very, very slowly. And then you're going to speed up how fast you're swimming to do your extensions. And then, of course, our final timing and direction mode is to play around with split time opposites. We want to do our pendulums. We want to do our extensions. It's going to feel like doing double Dutch jump roping. As I'm waiting for people to chime in on the keyboards if they need help or clarification or anything, if indeed I went ahead and posted this lesson online and you are enjoying the lesson, you can join us for the rest of the class unit, the 6-week unit, over at crowdcast.io/DrexFactor Poi. Thank you all for tuning in. Have yourselves a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday. So, if you're curious and you'd like to check out the rest of the unit, including the one driving style that I edited out of this excerpt, you can do that by signing up for the class over at crowdcast.io/DrexFactor Poi. I will include a link to it down in the description. Big thanks to my supporters on Patreon for supporting the channel, because without them, I would not be able to put this awesome excerpt out there for all of you. In particular, I'd love to give a shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. If you like the work that I do and you would like to sign up to support it, you can do so over on Patreon at patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. There's a whole host of awesome rewards that are available there, but even better than that, that helps give me the means that I need to keep on producing videos for the wider world. So check that out, please, and thank you. And if you don't have the means to sign up for the course, that's fine. The beta version of the material that I'm covering was actually in that whole series that I did during quarantine called Learn How to Spin Poi during the COVID-19 lockdown. I'll go ahead and link to it down in the description as well as up here on screen. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. And hopefully, I'll see you in one of my live stream classes too. Take care now. Peace.